presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL. Once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the Eagles sideline, head coach Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Jalen Walker. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
6 yards. And it's third down.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
180.
He'll drop to throw. Hurts fumbles it, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Barkley. There he goes, left side. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 73 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Lamar Jackson, 73 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Coup now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hurts completing this one quickly. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. The Falcons send Jamal Agnew deep to return. This is taken around the 12. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. Jackson going to keep it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him the first down. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson, and CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
4 yards. That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Shifts by at the 15. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson on the And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Coup for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Gets around him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So here's a 3rd and 14.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 14.
To throw is Jackson. He shakes it off. Jackson going to keep it. Oh, a heck of a move. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Jackson. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. They go play action with Jackson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. Well, I think congratulations are in order on that one. Only a handful of kicks in league history have ever been hit from 61 yards or further. He was approaching record-setting territory with that one.
And the kickers that we know, they can't wait for this opportunity. They've been asking for it for a long time. They talk about it in practice. They put those little subliminal messages towards their coaches. Just give me a chance. I'll make it. And he went out there and did it. Wow, that's a heck of a kick.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. They begin with a run by Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Eagles first down. A gain of 18 on the play.
Throwing is Hurts.
First down.
Left side, he finds Pierce. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
23 more yards. That's another Eagles first down.
Hurts. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Falcons 20-yard.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal, Philadelphia.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alec Pierce from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Jackson to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing now is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. And that last run is going to set a new NFL record. Most rush yards in a single game by a quarterback, surpassing Justin Fields, who had 178 in 2022 in a ball game. Here's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Lamar Jackson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. 25 yards that time.
And an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Falcons, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. Pick your meat click. What's up, Phony? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now. About that time. Turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by. Let me see you do it.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. On the Falcons sideline, that is head coach Raheem Morris. These guys enjoyed a win at home to begin the season, now facing their first road test here. Facing off against him, head coach John Harbaugh of the Ravens. His side not as fortunate in their opener, hoping the home crowd can will them to the victory here in Week 2. Kate Scott joined by my partner Brock Hewer. This is punter Bradley Pinion to get us started. And we're off on EA Sports. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. They're led out by a 2022 draftee out of North Carolina. He's taken in the 5th round, Sam Howell.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the 1 touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. And the shotgun, Howell. Well, he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Howell throwing on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making a stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
He fields it cleanly. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. He stays up. He can run it. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Real quick.
Lamar off to play fake. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Falcons get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You could just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
This return starts at the 5. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. And bring the tight end left. Drive starts with an option, right side. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. From the pistol, Henry. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on first down.
Brought down back at the 40.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Go! Hiking 18!
Howell from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. Turning to Henry on third. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They get 6 and a first down as well. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Howell, first and 10. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Second and 20 at the 49-yard line.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Howell out of the shotgun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to third down.
Brings up third down.
Here he goes, third and long. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they're staring at fourth and long. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Back deep for the Falcons, Jamal Agnew. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down. Here's Lamar. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Forced out to his right. Escapes the defender. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta, first down. Play action now with Jackson. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. Following a near interception, this is second and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. This is completed downfield to Likely. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. All set now, first and 10.
That's another Falcons first down.
Working inside the red zone. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
Hamilton was there defensively.
Lamar throwing again. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Probably looking at our final snap and a half here on first down. Here's a design run. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our journey through the NFL starts now. We begin at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the Eagles in the NFC East. And here he goes. It's Saquon. He's going to put his stamp on the game from the very outset, and there he goes. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants as they play host to the LA Rams. And it's Puka Nacua. He'll take this in for the touchdown. He's found the end zone twice in the first 2 quarters. This one's at the half now, and it's the Rams trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead at the half. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Jets. And it's Justin Fields. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Jets lead by a field goal at halftime. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. In the game you're watching, we saw a couple of touchdowns in the first half. 14-0 is the score as we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That type of start? Oh, you won it all 17 games of the season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, looking for options. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And they're going to have 1st and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand.
I see a bunch of mean guys in the band that are tied. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm missing.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now, Howell. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defensive his third sack of the game.
It's now 3rd down.
Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
Takes it in at the 26. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Coach Raheem Morris sending his Falcons offense back to the field. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. There he goes on the right side. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Return starts at the 9. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Baltimore running its offense out now. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here.
Come on, set.
To the air on 1st down. Howell. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
And a yard at the 32-yard line.
Here's Howell. Dialing up a receiver screen. They come crashing down on that receiver screen, and they take him down behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Ravens football, and they're going to look for points here, no doubt, but might be too little too late for them in this lopsided contest. Throwing on 3rd, Howell. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's grabbed inside the 30. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throw again, it's Howell. Finds the in route complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
The 20-yard line.
Working from the pistol. Howell. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that is Cox. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making the scoreboard look a touch better. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Falcons cover off the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play call, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. First and 10 from the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They're going to pass it here. And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons put up even more points in a win. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons continue piling onto this lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Howell. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. But no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improved to 2-0. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Baltimore.
edition of the National Football League.
From the old end of the line of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, that's where Atlanta was born. And there a train horn still remains in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it signals whenever it's time for football in the town once called Terminus. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Leading the Vikings here, head coach Kevin O'Connell. His side unable to make it 2-0 to start the year, dropping their game last week. Across the field, that's head coach of the Falcons, Raheem Morris. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. Kate Scott, joined by my partner Brock Hewer. This is punter Bradley Pinion to get us started. And we're off in Atlanta. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Well, here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
There were times, I'll be honest with you, Kate, that I wish I played baseball. Because you have a bad outing, like this QB did last week with no touchdowns, a couple interceptions. In baseball, you get to play the next day. You get to flush it right away. He's had to sit on it all week long, and you know he wants to rectify it here.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Second down carry for Jones. They're working a couple yards past the line. Jalen Walker firing over to take him down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Slot receivers headed left. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He's going to loft this deep down the left. Big gain downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. He dodged the tackle. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, here's Lamar. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Escapes the pocket. Shoots another one. And who nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
And the Falcons, first down.
Hey, Alphas, run!
First and 10 at the 22.
Lamar off the play fake. Sheds out for Usher. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Now it's Lamar.
At the 17.
Escapes the pocket. Dancing past him. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Buys time, rolling right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains and the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some can do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. He just put on a show.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. This our last play of the quarter. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And he's taken down, so that's how our first quarter's going to end. So a little momentum boost there for the defense. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Running back motions right. From the shotgun, McCarthy connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On third and long, it's McCarthy. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. Breaks the tackle. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Falcon first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down throw for Jackson. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Lamar now from the gun. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, 2nd and 10. Lamar back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Tricks away from one. They take this in for the score. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
Extra point by Kittle is up and good.